Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Mujiji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. I'm not sure if on YouTube you can see now. Let me refresh. Yes, so the previous page where we were at in the chat, that still says on standby. So maybe one of us can type that we have to refresh. Does it work like that? A new YouTube link. I saw that Atma said, I really want to be in the hangout. I saw in the chat she was saying, I really want to be in the hangout. And now she's a moderator. Just like me saying, I really want to be at the start of the Sangha. Some Sangha where I join when it's so close and intimate. I want to be there right in the beginning. And here I am right in the beginning. You good, maybe?
Does it?
Yes, it looks. Yes, yesterday we were, there was a quote by Guruji that we saw. And he said that don't rely on a feeling to tell you how you are.
I was just thinking because you were laughing.
Yesterday you heard that. So, should I laugh or no?
That's fine.
I can see that coming. What happened? What is the trigger? Who's laughing? You should see the video. Not take a third party report. Yesterday. And then after Satsang you'll go. So how long is the anger phase for? This is Satsang. Okay, we're all going to be serious today. It's even shorter than what it was. You made it even shorter than what it was. Okay. Seriously, it's not bad. You look like a Buddhist monk. I got an interesting question from Kapil last night, and he was sharing that. What was it? Can you?
The difference between being open for everything and having no interest in the play.
What is the difference between being open to everything and having no interest in the play? And he said that the second one, the first one I like better, the second one is making me sad or something, is not resonating. It's a very interesting contemplation to see. And when we check, we find that actually if there's interest in the play, then it is not even possible to be open to the play. You see this? If there's some interest, then it is an expectation of what the play should be already. Then how can we be open? So somewhere it can sound like when we say yes to everything and be happy about like that, it can be like an outward this thing. That's also good, but being open is even beyond that. Being open is even beyond that. So we are not when we open, then we have no expectation or interest about what how the story should unfold. It just comes. So 1 minute pure joy, 1 minute grief, 1 minute happiness. Like this, it is unfolding, moment to moment. This is openness. If there's a feeling that am I becoming open, it should only be joy, 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 then that is not even openness yet. It's still an expectation there. Yes, coming. And also remember that we must be open to even what is flowing through this body. It is in this way that we will discover that all that is happening even through this body is just a happening. As long as we feel that, okay, now the advice was to be open, this means that at a body level I should become open like this, although it's a nice, not a bad posture to have. But it's not like that. It's not. It's not from the body perspective that I'm open to all sensations or anything. Even what is happening through the body, I'm just open. I'm witnessing. It's a little subtle.
It showed some desire, the need, no strong need requirement, but when that question was contemplated, I have no interest in the play.
Yeah.
It suddenly brought to light certain I wish the play moves there.
It's very good because it unearths all these things. You see. That's the beauty of these contemplation. And so I feel that the contemplation, am I truly done with the play, is very helpful. If this play was just to stop right now, would I be completely okay with it? If all experiencing was to come to a stop, am I fine with that? It's not something that we are wishing for. It's not a desire that experiencing stops. There is no aversion to the experiencing. But we are just checking whether some expectation still has been sheltered here. So he says already that in asking this question, something comes up and it says, oh, but I wish it would go in this way, or I wish it would go in that way. And then that is not openness. Because if the expectation already is saying, I wish it would go that way, then when it goes the other way, then it's not just a mental reconciliation saying, okay, I wanted like this, but actually this is happening. But it's okay. It's not like that. Truly just watching what is appearing.
It's impossible to be open without faith in God, isn't it? Before you can there is some kind of intrinsic order in justice,
Yeah.
then it's impossible to be completely open because if you let go, there is nothing to fall on.
Yeah.
It might just turn out an infinite free fall. But only if one has glimpses into the fact that there is a much higher intelligence running the universe than or everything than we can possibly fathom, then it becomes easy to be open.
So she says that, but that's possible only when I believe that there is a higher intelligence or God that is running everything, and it won't be big trouble if I become open and everything just falls apart or becomes a free fall.
Because
Or something.
here also the fears came up. Are you sure you made a beggar on the street, you can take that?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
terrible
paints the
accident.
scariest. Yeah.
Yeah, terrible accident, you lose a leg or a hand, you can take that. Are you sure? Then open up, are you sure?
Yes.
Because otherwise, you can end up maximum like being different-minded,
Yeah.
but not
Actually, the way I see it is that there are two legs of the same table. So with the sense of openness also comes the trust. Because when you open, you see, oh, it's moving just fine. So that trust gets built up. If you have trust, then reinforces your openness. So it's the same table which is being pulled. You can some will start by pulling this one, some will start, but both come along. They go along. So it's more circular than linear. Because open is very just now, very just now. Faith in the way that it is usually used implies a belief system. But open is beyond any system of belief, system of concepts.
I found like openness also kind of covers and goes.
Yeah.
While you're in the process of the cycle going, maybe the frequency begins to increase of the condition
Yeah, the duration of being open seems to get longer and longer.
and easier.
Yes, because now these fears, like he's saying, will come. Are you sure you're open? What if you have no money and you have to beg on the streets? Now, what if you have an accident which is bad? Are you sure? Sure, you're open. So, are you sure?
There's some fear of something that
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
So, this has been hiding and now is coming up and getting released.
At the back of the mind, somewhere it is okay. I have taken stone.
Yeah.
Body is not that bad. That is like somewhere there at the back of the mind, which I'm saying I'm when I really go to the worst case scenario.
Yes. So, what happens when we contemplate like this? All our deepest fears and therefore attachments are exposed to us. This is good because we keep denying all of this that is still being harbored. So it's good for it to come up and for us to see. Even Guruji says that when this process was unfolding for him, he had a fear that he'll be a hunchback beggar on the roads and people will be giving him money. All this fear is very natural that it comes.
If it comes, as it goes, yeah.
Yes, yes, it goes. So I can tell you that from here, someone asked me right in the beginning of Satsang, and they said, is there something that you're still attached to? And I said, most of it doesn't matter. Money definitely is one of the things which now doesn't matter at all. course, it's nice to have all of those things are fine, but if I was actually begging on the streets and maybe getting to hug everyone that was giving me some money, I would be happy, quite happy with that. A crazy Baba on the road, I would be completely okay with that. Mhm. So then, when you do an audit like this, then you find that what still remains? If something was to happen to my children, that still has a pinch, still has a bite, still has it. And this is very primal. So parents close children, and now with the Sangha children also, when something happens, then some bite as well. But besides that, I don't find anything which can really push my button. And also, I have this feeling to say that if it is still not seen, may it become seen. I'm not fearful to make that prayer. If something is hidden beyond this which I don't see, then let that come up, let that be revealed. In whatever circumstances life has to reveal that. So, and I remember that many years ago when I first made a prayer like this, it was a bit scary. Are you sure about this? Do you know what you're messing with? So it comes like that. And also in Satsang, many times we make the prayer that if there's any arrogance, anything that still is here, let it be slapped out of me. And then many have come and reported I made the prayer and it actually is getting slapped out of me now. These things happen. But in terms of the attachments that still remain and therefore the fear that still remains is mostly with the kids.
But if the fear comes of father, there's nothing to be done, just to be aware.
Yes. Yes, even this fear, although it is the most primal one, which is there in all species that are there in this world, but even this is irrational. Because all fear basically is a presumption that God is stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. Therefore, we must take charge of something. So even the fear, this primal fear of children, what will happen to your children, is irrational. Also, the interesting way to look at it is why are my children my children? Just like I shared the story of going into the garden and the gardener had put up everything, this small thing in front. So he put up everything, but I had planted some seeds. I don't even remember now what they were. So every morning when I would wake up, first would be the one that I had put. So what makes that different from all the other plants which are there in the garden? But this doesn't mean that there's a sense of force which has to be applied. There's also so much trust here that if some attachment has been left here, that is also his problem. That is also his problem. It's not to specifically work it out like that. It just means that we need to just stay with our inquiry. Stay with our inquiry. But it would be a lie to say that there is no attachment. And when the sharing of satsang started here, I said that if even if it sounds the most unsatsang like, even if it doesn't sound anything which somebody who is sharing satsang should have, I will always have this integrity to share. Because it's very easy to say, oh yes, yes. No, no, not ever since I sat in front of Guruji that day, no attachment has ever come. So easy to say like that. But I feel that to share with this integrity, to look, still be vigilant to see what is here, is very, very important. Because very quickly, otherwise, it can turn into you start believing your own stories, and arrogance can become. So it becomes a spiritual ego very easily.
And
Yes.
what is the main thing
Yeah.
Which is the reason that like you don't want it to happen. So you know on something. So you say that you're
Yes.
does it mean that you don't want that to happen?
Yes. So Amba says, what is the meaning of having an attachment? Having an attachment means that if they were never to appear in your experience again, would you be okay with that? So I would not be okay with that, at least as far as the Sangha is concerned and my children are concerned. So because then what does that mean? It means that if there is attachment, therefore there will be fear. What if something happens? What if something happens? What if I'm not there to take care of them? That is the meaning. How to discover what you're still attached to? Just explore what you're fearful about.
Father,
You can come in.
I am. It's interesting you're talking about this because last night there was an experience here. Um, there's someone sort of kind of attacking me
Yeah.
through the various means. It's just a friend's jealous girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. But,
no trouble.
trouble, yeah, trouble. And when it was happening, I could see the adrenaline running through the body, you know, because it's like it's unpleasant, you know, to be, you know, attacked. And like this morning, I'm looking at it, and I can just see that this oneness loves to play out the human drama.
Loves
It really loves it, you know, and it loves to play out separation. It feels like that's its favorite game. And all the drama that is created is to create separation and drama for the sake of it, really. So it was really good that that happened, you know, because it was just like, you know, because I'm not used to being attacked. It's not something that happens every day, you know. And like, yeah, this in the flow of things, these dramas can happen, and they're going to keep happening. Yeah, but I was okay with this one. I'm the same with you with the children. Yeah, that's the bite. That one. Yeah, yeah. But even though the adrenaline was running through the body, and there was it's still okay because it was all still part of what was going on, and you know, and I could see that it was just what was happening. Yeah. So I think it's like, you know, it's like in some teachings, I think it's a lie to say that all these things just disappear and it's all just, you know, rosy.
Yes. Yes. Because what has been misinterpreted is that the events which are appearing, they will stop appearing. Also, that the sensations which are completely possible in the body to appear, they will stop appearing. This is a misinterpretation, you see, because what happens is that there is not any belief going to the interpretation about any of this. Therefore, it doesn't stay. You see, and and maybe devotees or people who have been around masters have said that, oh, this one came and shouted at him, and after a second he was just fine. You see, and confuse that to mean that no actual sensation even came up.
Yeah, because all the sensations play through the body, you know, when
Yeah.
you accidentally get ran over by a car or yeah, you don't walk around going, oh, golden light or anything like that. It's still the same, but it's the same but there's nobody there interpreting it.
Yes.
And it's
And
just
even
one beautiful drama playing out.
yes, there's nobody there believing in the interpretations because the mind can also continue, isn't it? I'm
Oh,
sure when the attack was happening, I'm sure the mind was also saying, but something,
yeah,
making the
how could she? Da, 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 da. Why didn't she leave me alone? But it can all be seen that this just plays out in this drama. And it's not, oh, it's impossible to describe. And it's just all okay for it to play out. There's no attachment to it. Unless there is.
When you started sharing about being attacked, I felt someone you had an Advaita attack on Facebook or something.
No, they're all right. I don't mind. They're fun. I
Yeah.
love Advaita attacks. Yeah, they're fun. They're like a good puzzle to solve.
It's very funny. I always have to laugh at these Advaita attacks on Facebook. In that, and it'll typically be like this. So, but who's there to post this message? That is the message. Saying that who posted the message that suppose I posted, then the attack will always be, but who is still there to post this message? You just posted a message, man.
I love those ones. It's so funny. Yeah. Thank you. I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I'll be there in
I,
3 weeks.
yes, yes, yes. I'm looking forward to it. Very good. I was going to say that when someone you live in London or close to London, isn't it?
I'm about about an hour on the train away. I'm going to London tomorrow. I'll be hopefully seeing David actually and Nick. Yeah.
So I was saying that when someone from London or thereabouts says, I'm not used to being attacked, I'm presuming that they mean except when they're on the road driving or, you know, because I remember when I went to London only one time I've been there, and people can be quite rude on the road. And my wife's aunt, she was driving the car, and everybody was like, "Why don't you look where you're going?" And they were even using bad language, and she was she was also giving it back to them. Sounds like I'm in Delhi, but only multiplied by 10 times.
Road rage. It's called road rage.
But also the normal way of being on the road is very aggressive. You know, at
Yeah,
least
yeah, yeah. All the bad behavior comes out as soon as people close the car door. Yeah. Feel like trolls, but they're on the road. Road trolls.
not that good.
Thank you.
What about attachment? It's the same about attachment when people take something. What about attachment body?
Yeah.
It's like it's an interest in wanting things to go a certain like in terms of things
Yeah.
like learn out of them. Like how much
Yeah. Yes, it's okay. So all of us will have different attachments, different fears. We just it's a big step also to come out of denial and to just say yes, there is attachment to this still. It's very I find great integrity when someone is able to just expose that there is attachment to this. Maybe in your case, I don't know whether it's the body, but there's this. attachment to the idea of being free from pain or something like that. Which is okay.
So the idea that I can experience this experience minus body issues,
Yeah.
diet, here
Minus the pain.
But it feels like there's so many attachments for the how do
Now, there's so many actually. Can you come? Let's put close relationships. One basket pen.
body,
Your body.
material comfort?
Material comfort. Strong attachment.
No, not as strong.
So it's more like you don't want to be begging on the road.
Yeah. It was a strong attachment, but now it's not. So that relationships and body being sick, being
So these are the most primal ones. Preservation of this body. This is seen in all animals also. Preservation of close family, especially children. It's very, very primal. In my case, I can say that not so much attachment to the body. So if there's a way that I could be with my children but didn't have to be in the body, even that would be fine. So,
so attachment is not about death,
Yeah.
it's more about like thoughts do come that if I had the same pain that let's say Satsang
yeah.
had, then would I be able to be in the same place that I am?
So it's good. It's not so many. I feel that as we keep coming to satsang more and more, most of the irrational stuff, most of it gets dropped. And so, attachment to the idea of me, this is the biggest suffering. Because not only is this feeling about what my own so-called self-esteem or self-image is, what do others think about me? This kind of, this is the attachment which sucks the energy out of this life.
So in a sense, if you just do the self-inquiry about attachment to the person, which is what you do, then it looks after all the other
Yeah.
attachments.
Because the primal is the me, isn't it?
This me.
Me preservation, the me.
Honest, sorry, was fighting with you at the beginning where I was feeling
It's okay.
You know, like to the patients, boil them to feel that they're not going to be able to handle it. That's what some
Take an example.
situation will go, not a good example, but just that you're like afraid that you won't be able to, just that you won't be able to handle this situation.
It will point to the attachment if we look into that more. So suppose that there's a fear that I'm put into a situation and I won't be able to handle it. So handle it means I'll make a big mess out of it or something will not go right. Then what is the implication of that? Or what is the repercussion of that? It could be more like, what will everyone think of me? I did such a bad job. That is something. Or it could be that what will happen to my body? I will get in trouble. I'll be put in jail or something like that.
That was the thing. I put in jail for 20 years.
Yes. It sound like Prabhu?
It brought some fear. But then the more you contemplate and look at these things, you kind of lighten.
Yeah, exactly.
Fear, it seems, is more than.
Right, sure. Because I feel that if I was put into solitary confinement, it would not be such a bad thing. I don't mind. If I'm put into a jail where I have to socialize too much, then that is more trouble for me. I have to play cards with all the other or something. Because people do, no? They do so much to just go and be alone somewhere. And yet, what is the most scary form of imprisonment is solitary confinement.
Indian jail. By what you see in the movies.
They're not so much. I've been inside one. It's okay. To visit someone. I feel I should clarify that point. Every saint has a past.
I didn't like feel that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So
So I don't understand.
if there's a fear of something going wrong because of something I've done, is it? How does it show the attachment? It shows it in the implication. So then what? So suppose you say something bad, something really stupid to me, and I say, I don't ever want to see you in satsang again. Okay? So this feeling can come, oh, I messed up big time. And now I don't get to see Ananta. So what does it expose? The attachment to Ananta. Okay? So whatever the fear of messing up could be, the implication of that which is the attachment.
So does it mean that someone would want that story to happen?
Yes, it doesn't want that outcome especially to happen. And it's just like it's still general for you, or some specific examples of it?
No, I'm just like I understand that.
Did this happen to you ever in the past?
And that I didn't want it to happen.
Yes, you were scared of a particular situation or messing up. So in that, if you look back and you see, the fear was of something happening related to some attachment. If you didn't care about the outcome, then the fear of messing up something would not be
That's just like my way of understanding it. Is like that if someone is afraid of like an outcome, but then because I was questioning myself, like everyone afraid of that, if I'm not really afraid of it.
there. Yes,
Because
exactly.
it's like I don't know if this is true, but like just my way of understanding it is that really we're just like afraid of feeling some sort of feeling.
Yeah.
So like we're just afraid of envy or something like that.
Yes. This is very good. This is very good also. So what happens when an attachment is actually taken away? What is it that we are really scared of? Very good contemplation. So attachment gets taken away. We are scared of that grief. It's the fear of that emotion or the sensation. In the sense that, suppose you're very attached to your garden or a favorite painting in your house, and you come home and you see that Rohit has taken his paintbrush and he messed it up completely. So then what happens? So this now you are very attached to this painting, it is important for you in some way, and there's a grief which is experienced, the sense of loss which is experienced. So the actual fear is of not wanting to experience this loss, isn't it? Because how is any object experience? Is experience here. So we don't want to experience the loss of that as the sense of grief or the sense of loss. That is the fear. That is the root of the fear. So then, what does it say? It says that an attachment is that with the disappearance of that from our experience, we are fearful of the sensations or the emotions which will arise.
You're not attached to the thing, but you're
Think
attached
per
to
se
what will happen.
happen.
That's true. I'm more attached. Like if something were to happen to Palak, after I go,
Yeah.
it's not such a problem.
Yes,
Right? I am more concerned about something not happening to her while.
because you will feel that.
Yeah.
You made that clear. So after he's gone, not my problem anymore.
Now there's so many things like maybe it's just like kind of coming
Yeah, yeah.
out, but it feels like that there's so many. I could just feel a bit tired of thinking about it, but there's so many fears that I.
Yeah, but I'm not saying you have to do anything specifically about them. Just in the inquiry, all of this is getting taken care of. But it's very good. The contemplation is very good because many times we can say, I'm done with the play, I'm done with the play. So then when I ask, are you really done with the play? You say, "See, this part I stay on, this part I stay on." Then it sets that conflict at some piece.
So, Father, when you talk about being done with the play, and then in a normal day, there are so many experiences you're having, right? But while having that experience, I find that earlier I would resist a lot of experiences, with especially like to do with work, staying late at work, or whatever. Right? Now that resistance seems to have gone. But what is happening is that I'm completely engrossed in that experience at that
Yeah.
moment. So in a way, there is an enjoyment of that experience. Now, but then you say that, are you done with that? But I'm enjoying that experience.
Yes.
So,
This is-
so is that being done with the
So
play, or
suppose
is
that you were engrossed in it and no joy was coming.
yeah, I'd have the opposite question from you.
Yeah? No, in the sense that is the engrossing of the work happening or the flow is happening because you feel that I want that joy from it?
No,
That is
the joy is a byproduct
Exactly.
of that. Exactly.
as long as it just remains as a byproduct and it doesn't matter whether the sense of irritation which is coming or joy which is coming, all is openness to all of it, then it is being done. It is being open and being done with the play is the same.
So I can be fully at work, completely
Yes.
in it, and whatever is coming up is
It's
so,
fine. Yeah.
So then, what is being done with the play?
This.
The attachment to
Yes.
what you feel.
Any sense of control, any sense of saying it must be this way or that way, even the sense that it must continue or stop. Then you can say, I don't know. When I go to sleep, I don't know whether the play will continue tomorrow.
Right. But so then it means that there is no thought. Then again, there's no belief in thought of future or past.
Yes.
Right? It's just that.
You cannot have belief in concepts and say we are done with it in the same breath.
When we contemplate on this, there's another voice that automatically comes up and says, we actually don't have control on it.
Yeah.
Even with the fear, without the fear, it has to happen.
It speaks like that.
So, what is this fear now?
How is it that you come on just going a little bit further from that? Is how is the decision taken? Right. So I am sitting on the plane thinking, oh, I'm going to do this, and then on Saturday I'm going to go here and I'm going to do that. So is that premonition that I'm going to do that, or am I just completely fooling myself that I'm going to do that?
Premonition, no. this sense that this, you're not talking about the intuitive energy. You're talking still about the mind.
I'm talking about the mind saying, okay, I'm
Just
gonna
made up idea. Just concept. You might say on Saturday I will fix all my accounts or whatever. Make sure everything is set as far as my accounting is concerned. Saturday morning you wake up and say, just gonna chill and watch some TV today. You see that even that saying that also is not relevant, because what could happen is that you might go with the kids for a walk. So this saying is just like shooting in the dark. You feel very good, oh, and it happens. Yes, see, I made the decision, I made that resolution. But sometimes the shot in the dark also hits.
That's what creates the whole sense of doership, right?
Yeah.
That, okay, let me decide what I'm going to do, then I go and achieve that, and then you feel, okay, I've achieved that, right? So it's like that crow story, right? That from Yoga Vashishta or whatever.
Exactly.
So it's completely unrelated, isn't it? Huh? Just
Completely.
event A and event B are just completely isolated events that seem to happen in succession.
Especially thought A and action A. You get the lack of correlation between them.
But why does it seem that a thought A is usually followed by? Why do I mean, I guess the sense of worship is there because I say I'm going to pick this up, right? And then I'm actually seeing myself.
You didn't say when the flow. It was one flow from what I saw.
Right.
You didn't even decide first. I'm going to pick this up. As the picking was happening, the mind was saying, "I'm going to pick this up."
So is the mind reacting to it? Usually, the mind just reacting to what my body is doing.
The credit is many times taken post event. Just watch how it goes. They say, okay, no, I'm deciding, I'm going to pick up my hand. But already the hand was already picked up. Already it was clear what the movement is going to be, and something can sense that and says, see, this is what I'm going to do.
It's quite clear with the body a lot of the time, especially when I exercise or whatever, I'm doing something, that there's no instruction going to the body.
Yeah.
You know, it's completely working.
It's just doing itself.
It's just doing it itself. But I think with actions, because there's a sense of achievement or there's a sense of accomplishing, then actions, then I tend to take ownership of the action.
And also the other way, the sense of guilt, the sense of making a mistake.
Right. That I found has really reduced a lot. You know, so even if I make a big mistake, but when somebody else makes a mistake, that's a problem still.
Yeah.
You know, but if I make
that's very convenient. That's why I'm no longer the doer of my action. You better not mess up.
Yeah, but it's just that. But I think even for me, guilt used to be such a big part that I think that guilt is not there because I can distance myself. But I'm still not able to see the other person
as not the doer.
As not the doer. You know, and I say, okay, you are the doer, but I'm not.
And even this is seen. Am I in the wrong chat? I don't see anything on the YouTube chat. Yes.
How is it that, say I make an appointment?
Yeah.
So it is like the mind thing I'm making 5 appointments.
The mind made the appointment?
The mind planned the appointment.
Mind planned the
and then they happen. Like, appointments got planned.
Appointment got planned. The mind can say, I did it. That's fine.
So this voice is just wrong.
Yes, it's just wrong.
Then it's quite stupid to be suffering, na?
Yes. Exactly my point.
So, but you say that consciousness is doing it, right? Consciousness is creating all of this. But then why am I not aware that the...
No, seriously.
So
why am I not aware that consciousness is doing it?
Yeah,
because you don't exist. That's why you're not aware.
Can you please slap it out of me, Father, please?
Just mental, just a thought.
This is like this very other somewhere.
You know, like when it comes to half and viewership, so like if half comes and then you actually do it.
Yeah,
So then people then think I did
it's
it because I had to
because
understand. But like if you just look at a good thing that was like where did this come from? You didn't really choose the film. How just out of just
Yeah.
game, and it's like a part of the game. So, you know, so it's like an added thing later that this was my thought.
Yeah.
So just because it's happens and then you do it,
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you do it.
Yes, this is very good to see where the thought is coming from. Also to see, so okay, this thought came. What is it that we call a decision? We look at that. Who decided? You see? What is it that we call a decision? You see?
Nothing, it's just a thought, right?
Just a thought.
And that thought is not mine, it's just coming and
Yes.
thinking it's mine.
And it's like sometimes you feel it's just because like if it's a decision, like a decision that I'm going to do this, and then there's a feeling that yes, I'm
Yeah.
going to do this. Physics.
Another thought, yeah. Exactly.
So it's the me picks it up, right? The me picks it up and just says my
It's just an added
That's
criteria.
just like, yeah, I did this, or I had decided that I will do this, but I didn't. So much trouble with doership.
Thought
If you were just the robot, sorry, if you were just the robots which were following the instruction of the thought, then everything we would think we would actually do only that. But you find most times it doesn't even happen that way. Everyone wants to be very nice and loving and peaceful, yet everything is a mess.
thought, I don't see this when a thought comes
Yeah.
about something like 5, 6 days,
Yeah.
if it's something like this, then so yeah, the thought almost followed
Yeah.
action, obviously.
Yeah.
But if I'm saying I've booked an appointment
Yeah.
5 days, how do I know that? So it feels like it's a thought that planned it,
Thought that
and then
so it
I
can,
did it.
okay. So everything that is moving or happening, or suppose you're even writing in your diary, is happening in the right now. So you say that in the right now it is clear. Huh? But even that appointment making or making a note in your diary is happening right now.
5 days
So
later.
a thought could have come and said, you better write this in your diary. Really? The thought could have come like this, and many times it doesn't happen. Many times it does happen. So what's the correlation?
So the thought comes, oh, let me make an appointment, and then always.
Yes, but many times the thought comes, let me make an appointment, and we don't pick up the phone.
So many thoughts are coming, let me
Yeah.
make it. One thought which is chosen becomes the decision, in a sense.
Yes, so look at that a little more closely. What do we mean by chosen?
The thought which materializes into action.
So then there's like the whole plethora of thoughts are available. The one that actually materialized was my decision. Is that what you're saying? So
Something
there
like
was no decision. It was just
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm
many
saying.
thoughts
There's no
came
decision.
and something happened.
But so who's choosing that thought?
Yes. That is what I'm asking. This decision maker is only an idea.
But who's choosing that thought?
Yes, so what we can say choosing is that we can give belief to a thought, which is consciousness itself.
So your mantra is going to give you next month.
Yeah.
He was deciding.
The one who has the power of belief must be deciding whether to use it or not. Can an imagined cat drink the milk? If Randir does not exist, can Randir decide something? This is the whole delusion. I cannot find this me, and yet I feel that I am the decision maker. I am doing all of this.
And consciousness has decided that I should come, and then
I should
happen extra. Something has come here, And then you guys learn this technique. Don't believe in it.
No.
It's not, it's not happening. Don't believe in it.
It's not happening.
It's not happening all the time.
Never about all the time, just about the now. Because the mind always paints some picture of the future and says this should always be. And something about the past. See, I was not supposed to believe my next thought. See, I still believing thoughts. Just now. Now don't believe your next thought. That's it. I didn't say make even a practice out of it. I'm only saying now don't believe your next thought.
Who is there? Nobody is there.
Nobody's here. You sure?
Nobody is there.
So who's speaking?
Consciousness.
That is the only thing which is there. Therefore, who's not believing?
Consciousness.
Who's believing? Who's suffering? Who's not suffering?
So it's consciousness believing in the person idea.
Yes, of course. There is nobody else here.
Right.
How can an idea believe another idea? So the person idea cannot believe in the person idea.
Consciousness is believing the person idea in whatever. I think that the sticky point for me, Father, is this whole sense of decision and how is consciousness deciding?
That's why I said that this whole topic of free will and God's will is very sticky if we just keep looking at it this way. But if we look at it from the perspective of, okay, let's look at it and say, what is the question? It's about whether I as a person have some will. That's the root of the question.
Right.
Whether I as a person have some will.
No, the question is, do I as a consciousness have some will?
Of course. All of this is your will. This is the way to look at it. So, do I as a person have some will? I find no person here exists anyway, so it's impossible for the non-existent one to have anything at all. You see? Then what exists? Sense of presence is here.
Being is
The
here.
waking state, being is here. So all that is here belongs to this being. So then when we look at it this way, then all the confusion starts to clear up.
It's not clearing up.
Because
I don't know why.
sometimes I presume too quickly.
So I am beingness,
Yeah.
and I say sometimes I don't know what I am. Actually,
This one that
I
is
don't know
reporting
what I
is
am.
nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So to help with that.
Yeah,
So
this
now-
one that is reporting is nothing. Now just look. What is here now?
is awareness.
And what are you aware of?
I'm aware of myself.
Which means what?
I'm aware that I exist.
As
I can't define what it is.
yes.
I mean, it's just
This
There's no
the
name.
sense of existence is here. This you are aware of. Now what is this sense of existence saying? Does it have any desire or aversion? Does it want to go somewhere or not go? Does it want to do something or not do?
it just is.
Now the one who had all these desires, who is not getting it, or free or not free, all of that, where is that one?
It's the mind.
What does it mean, the mind?
It's just this voice.
Just a voice. But whose voice is it? We don't find that.
It's not my voice.
like this, because this doership is such a sticky topic. Very often we say, no person, I'm clear that there is no person here. Now what should I do now? Again, the personal question about personal doership. David had a question. He said, Father, it's been seen here that as awareness, there is no fear or attachment. Yes. But these movements can appear. There is no attachment to attachment. It's all emptiness appearing as something. Very good. Often outwardly, the play is acknowledged. And this goes for suffering, but also inwardly accepted. Even non-acceptance is accepted as part. This is openness. Whatever is appearing, is appearing.
It wasn't really a question. It was just a kind of a reflection, really.
Very good. There's great simplicity when there is openness, there is great simplicity. Because we cannot be open and a person at the same time. In all complexity, all dilemma, all sorting out, all wanting freedom, all comes from the sense of separateness, sense of person. And just open. Can't even invent the person. Instead of, many times I've said this, that instead of trying to get rid of the person, just don't invent the person. Because in the getting rid of the person, we are inventing the person already. Right now, we are free from the person. You are free, right? Now, in this moment, there is no person. Is there? How did I know? Because in every moment, there can never be. It only relies on the projections of past and future. So then, do we need to get rid of the person? If in no moment truly there is a person, do we need to get rid of the person? If something needs to be done or seems like something is needed, it is just not to accept the presumption of personhood, which means the same thing. Don't receive the next thought.
Father?
One sec, my dear. Just Suchitra is asking, then you can come.
It sounds extremely arrogant even to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it is. I would like to encourage you to ask me, what is the difference then between Sangha and Satsanga?
Yeah.
So if there is only the one undifferentiated one, so it's like Satsanga is when there are all these points on the circumference and they are relating to the one center of truth. And Sangha is when is the hubs trying to relate to each other. But then it just seems like a conceptual framework. So what is actually happening to all the spirits, beings who...
Yes, this is good. So, what is the only thing we can say which is happening is that being is pretending or it is not pretending. See, for awareness, nothing is happening. David also said, for awareness, no concept of fear, attachment, nothing, because it's unchanged, untouched. You see, the Shivoham, unconcerned with any of this. You see? So then, but there is that which we call the waking state, which means the presence of the being is here. Now, the presence of being there, then unassociated being means no trouble, just being. It's like seeing is just seeing always, Then when being is just being, it's unassociated being, no trouble. But also, the birth of being are the birth of these forces, of specifically the force of belief. There are many forces. We keep speaking, isn't it? Electricity, gravity, attention, belief. All these forces come into play when the being is present. So we specifically pick on this force of belief. So when you contemplate onto this force of belief, what do you find? What is belief? Being is just being. Now it has the power of belief. What does it do with it?
Moves out of the unassociated center and evolves techniques of engaging the world.
Yes, but doesn't even actually move out. Only pretends. You see, because it's still just being.
Some
But
kind of a stimulation.
yeah,
Stimulation to keep up the imaginary entity.
exactly. Just this nourishment for the imagined entity to seem real, to seem real. You see? Now, if this is there anything else which leads to suffering? If this imagined entity was not being propped up with our belief, then is there anything else which is any trouble at all? Appearance of any other energy, force, event, everything is fine. Everything is exactly what it is. No need even to say perfect, although I don't mind saying it's so beautiful or it's so perfect. But at the root, it's just what it is. So if everything is just what it is, and yet to give this game some juice, to give it some bite, this power of pretending was there. Now when we come to satsang, we say I'm tired of this suffering. And if you're truly tired of suffering, then you will be open enough to see that it was just a pretense of this imagined entity. Okay? And depending on how much openness is there, either you will drop it like this, or you will slowly.
So it's hard to believe that all the billions of beings have been playing only this game.
Is there any being without this being?
Only always says authentic of manifestations.
Yes.
Any other state is not certain that I am perceiving,
Exactly.
though it seems extremely solid,
Yeah.
without this entity.
Yes.
Where the focus needs to be.
It can seem, your dreams can also seem extremely solid. I was sharing with them the other day also that for a change in one of my dreams, I was this one only, Ananta. And I was sitting around a table, maybe it was this one, I'm not really sure. And with her mother, this young child came in. Not young, well, almost like a teenager. She came and we was just sitting and she was looking at me. I felt she looking at me and she interested in satsang. So this feeling was coming, she was interested in satsang. So I just looked at her, and she she looked at me like that. She looked back at me, and this thought came here: oh, she's open at such a young age. And then just what was here, it just exploded. So it was not that some transmission was happening from here to there; it was happening from there to here. And then when I woke up with the feeling that I had the darshan of Anandmai now. And you can sense even these things that what the mind says, it's always rubbish, even in a dream. Because I remember coming up with this interpretation, this young child is open like this, we are transmitting. And just this interpretation came, and I kept looking, and I was sharing with them that it was just like when I was sitting with Guruji on that hot seat, only multiplied a few hundred times. You know? So it was so solid. It was like a very strong awakening experience that happened in a dream. So solid. And the presence of it was so strong that love, peace, and joy, even after waking state, it was still experienced. There's no way of saying this is more solid or that is more solid. Or these beings are real, those beings are not real. And yet, all that we can ever testify to is that I am. You can never truly say you are with conviction. You appear, but not with conviction. I cannot say that you are. I can say I am. So then we see that with the birth of this being, the only trouble is this belief in the identity. And when we look at it, how does it happen? It happens only through belief in thought. And then all this question of doership, if you look at it from this perspective, now it is like saying that the dream character, because of the thoughts that were happening over there, was deciding how the dream will flow. But is that our experience? We see that the entire dream is inside us. Everything is flowing on its own, including the actions of the character. Anna has a question. She says, am I on the right chat? Are all of you also seeing a blank chat? Or not in the Hangout, but on YouTube? There is YouTube chat? I didn't see that. Okay, let me. Ah, there it is. So Anna had a question. She said, are we talking here all the time about the me attached who does not exist? If the me does not exist, who is the attachment for? The root identification, the root attachment, as we've said, is the attachment to this idea of the me itself. You see? That I exist as this me, separate person entity, is the root of all attachment. But just as pure beingness, to just say I am that I am, we cannot truly say that it is an attachment. It needs a specific aspect. I am a father, it becomes an attachment. Whatever you put after the I am a good person, is an attachment to the idea of being good. I am lazy, is an attachment to another idea. You see, anything that we attach to unassociated being as a pretense is actually an attachment. So who has the power to make this attachment? It is just this I am itself. You can say I am person, I am father, I am in the Sangha, I am understanding, I am not understanding. All of this are just associations to that which is unassociated. Therefore not true ultimately.
Father, openness also comes from consciousness.
Yeah.
Consciousness will only decide when it's open.
Because there is nobody else.
Hmm?
There is nobody else.
So consciousness decides when it's tired of the play.
Because there is nobody else.
So since last satsang, there's some like
Which one? Last time when you came here?
like some anger with consciousness,
Anger.
like a frustration that why this? I know why, I know everything, but there's just this frustration in a sense. Why all this drama when it's not the
Yes. And even this is only consciousness which is doing, even the frustration. Yes, because it wants to experience all the contrasting experiences. If we didn't want to experience anything, we would just be sleeping all day. And if experiences were so horrible, you would just take some medicine and go back to sleep. This is what happens when we are very tired in the night. What are we saying? I don't want to experience anything, even the best stuff. Just want to sleep. Then when we wake up, if we woke up and said, no, I don't want to experience any of this, we just go back to sleep. So there's something that wants to experience, that taste all of this, including the contrast. If life was so frustrating, then you just not go to the doctor and say, as soon as I wake up, what can I take? Quickly eat some breakfast and take the medicine, go back to sleep. There is this feeling to experience more and more. Trupti says there was a deep realization and seeing that I am free. Then it is seen how joy comes, emotions. Who is full of joy now? Yes. Who did realize that? Yes. Person can be emotional about it. Is the consciousness being aware that it is free? Is the consciousness being aware that it is free? Yes. But I can watch that. Please, can you say something about it? You are aware of your presence. That being is here. You say that I am. Therefore, you see that I am, which means that I am aware of my presence. And you can see that with the birth of this presence, I have the ability to get identified or to get free. And you see that it is being itself which has this power to believe or not to believe, to get associated or unassociated. So, for the seeing, nothing has changed. Because no matter what the content is, including the presence itself, doesn't matter ultimately. Even the presence or the absence of this I am doesn't matter to the pure seeing. So, what is actually happening? What is it that we call freedom? It is freedom from all the pretenses that we have picked up as being. All the nothing moved for the seeing, for awareness. As being, we have the power to pretend or not to pretend, to believe or not to believe, to identify or not to identify. So this entire play of pretending to be bound and then pretending to be free is actually seen by awareness itself, which remains untouched through all of this. And yet being feels so, there's a sense of being so unburdened when it is unassociated by any of these concepts. So all movement is happening in the dynamic aspect of you. But primarily what you are remains unchanged, untouched.
In a sense, when when consciousness is done with, when you die, you can't, there's no pretending anymore.
When you die, it's just like when you sleep.
When the body dies,
Yeah, it's just like when you sleep.
the consciousness can't do any pretending after the body is not there.
The body is
what
not there
that-
even in sleep. You can project a dream.
So when the body is not there, how will it pretend?
Yeah, so you can project another body. Project a dream.
So then, if this body dies and consciousness wants to project, pretend, then it has to take the form of another body.
Yes. How do you know that this body was there actually yesterday? That this is not just another dream appearance? You don't know. You're saying that I have been this body for many years now. Now, if it is done with this plate, or it wants a different type of plate, it has to have a new body. I am saying that the memory of the past, how reliable is it truly? Like in a dream, we don't show up in a dream with amnesia. We know the people there, we know where we are. We have the memory of the past even in the dream.
So I have the memory of this body yesterday.
Yeah. Same way, if you have the dream and somebody says, "What did you do yesterday?" "Oh, I went for a walk in the park."
But you're saying that how do you know that it was this body yesterday?
Yeah.
Because I have the memory of this body.
Yeah. So you have a dream which is fresh. Suppose satsang was so boring you were going to sleep. But then you had a dream. Right? In that you were a man who's walking on some mountain, and then someone comes to you and says, "What did you do yesterday?" You say, "Yesterday I took a plane and I landed in this place and I started walking." You had the memory of what happened yesterday. In the dream also.
It came from somewhere.
Yes, the same. Consciousness can project any sort of memory. Or when the dream starts, you say, "Oh, where am I? What's happening?" Not like that. We know the people, we are familiar with our surroundings. Right? How is that? Because there must be some memory of it.
So my question was that when consciousness, when this body is no more,
Yeah.
I don't know actually, does this question even make sense?
So when the body is no more,
Consciousness wants to pretend again,
Yeah.
then it has to take the form of another body.
oh,
Huh?
God, this one.
Or this, no, this body is dead, na?
What is there?
Hmm?
What is there?
I'm saying if this body dies,
What
Father,
is the
there's a
meaning of
funeral.
it?
If there's a funeral.
Will you be there in your funeral?
Hmm?
Will you be there in your
No, just the body.
This body will be there?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Even this we cannot see.
And then, so that's
Because all our models, the way that we have looked at this world has been the other way around. Now when you're seeing that the body is as much part of this appearance and is here just in this so-called waking dream. It's now. When I go to sleep, no body. I don't know whether this body will ever be back. When I wake up, maybe this is my first day as Ananta and last. I just found that Ananta is here.
So then what about memory?
He said, no, memory is not a problem for consciousness. It can create any memory about anything.
So I can't say for sure I had a past because of
Yes.
which I have a memory, or because of the memory I'm assuming I had a past.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because of the memory.
It's a presumed past.
So the whole concept that
See, you know, you only know now, you don't know anything else
Yes.
basically.
I am presuming that the world is always there. That's what we've learned.
Yeah,
The world is always there. I come and go in my sleep. I go, then I come back. And what is that experience is that I'm actually always there, but this comes and goes.
Yeah. Inside you. So many worlds come and go inside you. So many. We don't remember most of our dreams also.
So if I give it to the mind, then it doesn't believe that.
Doesn't have to forget what the
Yeah,
mind.
so just let it go.
What is our experience?
But my physical aspect of seeing is that I'm seeing outside.
Yeah. And also you're seeing inside. You see your next thought.
And neither. Neither am I what I'm seeing, neither am I the thought.
Okay, the good news in all of this is that even if we were to presume that this world is completely real, this body is completely real, given in all of this, I cannot find the person at this level. And you find a person which is made up of atoms and molecules.
The river is not the same in the maximum. So your body is also not the same.
Yes.
So, Father, you cannot prove anything except for now.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee about.
There's a guarantee that nothing can happen to you.
Yeah. So when there is death, then I'm still there.
Yeah. The I am might not be.
Yeah.
I still
I
am.
still there,
Yes.
yeah. So this sense of I, this I, Father, is there's a difference between I and me. In a sense,
Yes.
the me is more needy. The I seems a little more expensive. But also when I look at this I, then I realize that there's no I, but there's a awareness is there, but I is not there.
And this awareness is what? Separate from you?
No, but the I seems the sense of I. Maybe I'm confusing you with the me.
Okay.
The sense
Yes,
of
I
I
know.
comes after the awareness.
What?
Sorry,
Is it like that?
seems like that when I inquire.
Let's look. I am sleeping. And now waking state is there. I can sense the presence of I amness.
Right.
So which I are you talking about? The I amness? Or the I which remained through sleep and waking?
I think I'm talking about I-ness.
I am. But you say I slept and I woke up.
You said that you can't think about so consciousness can project like fully grown body.
Yeah. No?
Because if they were, I had
God is
a
that
task,
useless.
you know,
Can't project a fully grown consciousness. It cannot project a fully grown body and give you memories about the past. God is that limited.
The conditioning is a baby is born and conditioning is
Yes, but if I were to interview in your you in your dream, I'm sure you would be able to tell me your life story.
in my dream,
Yeah.
my life story here.
No, that one.
So
So that means were you a baby also in the dream?
not in all dreams.
You can sometimes you find like satsang too oppressive or whatever, then you have to go lie down. Huh? Isn't it? So, then, you lie down. Then some sort of dream thing comes. You're somewhere else, you're in London, or you're maybe somebody else. Not possible, it's possible. No? Fully grown person. Projected by what? The same consciousness.
The belief is that when I wake up, oh, that was just a dream.
Yeah.
I am this
Yes. And when you go there, you must be saying, "Oh, this was just such a bad dream." I woke up. Anyway, we don't have to be convinced about any of this. If this does not ring true for you, just forget about it. Just remain with the inquiry and find out if you exist personally here in this real, if it seems real world. I don't want this to become like a distraction.
Two questions. What is the relationship between me and my body?
Hmm.
And the second is lucidly that whatever you feel as love is totally directed from one imaginary to another, and clarity really.
Now, only need is directed from imaginary entity to another.
So what is the real love? What is it flowing? What is it? Is it flowing between 2 points? Or what is
No, when in the presence of unassociated being, you will find that this energetic form of love, which can be tasted, that love I'm talking about, not the love which is just the non-separation, the oneness of awareness. So,
but at its highest expression, let's say, assuming that we are human.
no, if you assume that, then we are all in trouble. I can stay with you till unassociated being. So if you are unassociated being, then in the presence of unassociated being, then you will find that automatically there's a arising of these energetic forms, love, joy, peace. And there you find that they are in service to you as an associated being.
So basically, what is the first? What are they pushing toward?
Nothing. They're just appearing.
Are they pushing you toward?
They're just celebrating,
To,
celebrating your existence.
so it's not even like that. Realize it in the future. Not even that.
Realize what?
Realize the self in the future. It's not even.
You cannot realize the self in the future.
It's not. It's just a celebration. You're saying.
Yes.
It's just celebrating.
Your presence. It is your own celebration of your own presence. And it is in service to you. That which you have to run after is a need. And must presume a person first.
But without this body, I don't know how I can be here in Satsang. How? There's no other instrument.
Yes. But when the sleep state is there, is satsang needed. Who is there to get identified? Only being gets identified as a person. The presence of being means the presence of this dual world. Awareness does not need satsang. Shiva doesn't need to go and sit somewhere in a temple. And we are that. You are that. That which remains unchanged through all the states of sleep, waking, dream. The being which appears inside you, the dynamic aspect of you, has the power to pretend. And pretends and pretends to get bound, and pretends to come to satsang and pretends to get free. It's all one big play. So the part that this character plays in the play is to remind you. It doesn't mean that if this reminder was not there, something truly changes. No, you will still remain as awareness itself. The only point of satsang is for us to drop the pretense of personhood. That's all. And different sages have different tools in their arsenal to demolish this idea of separation, to demolish the ego. Some will just sit in silence, some will do some words sometimes, some will do both, some will do puja, bhajan. It's not the medium that is important. There's no levels also. It's what seems to flow automatically. The true sage is that one who mostly cannot believe that he is a person, mostly cannot ever buy a thought of a separate existence. Simple as that. All the other miracles and dramas and fireworks is all the sideshow.
So what's the chitta vritti?
Yes.
And this,
Yes, person.
so the sage, this thing is going on. These are going on. No identification. That's the only difference.
Yes.
Uh, the chitta
Consciousness
vritti nirodha
remain
is
chitta vritti nirodha means that being this chitta vritti is say concept or tendency, whatever you want to say, and this connection is not being made. So this is not happening. This is exactly what I'm saying. Being remains unassociated with any of these vrittis. This is yoga. What is it? Yogascha chitta vritti nirodha. Means the same thing. Being remains unassociated is yoga.
Here I thought it was, but there is no vrittis at all.
That they don't appear. Your idea was that the tendencies will not appear at all.
Yes. It's not true.
So, Father, like when I kind of sit in my own beingness, then everything kind of seems to lose it, it seems to go away in a sense, right? And then the only time then, so in that space, nothing exists in a sense. And then when thought comes, then everything starts getting created again. So is that
No, are you talking about the appearance
I'm talking about?
which stops when you remain as an unassociated being? Is it that the appearance stops?
It's it's I don't know, but it seems like
No, okay, now
it's not engaging with me.
let's not presume. So just remain as being and report whether the appearances stop.
No, appearance is there.
Yeah. Because when attention is fully immersed in only beingness and no outward appearance is also appearing, that is a form of samadhi. It's a form of samadhi itself. But there is something that wants to still taste the appearances of the world. That's why it doesn't stay in samadhi all the time. So the appearance can come still, but it cannot be any trouble without buying the interpreter, the subtitle track of the movie. Okay, Ram wanted to come up quite some time back, and there are some other questions also.
Ada, can you hear me?
Ada, can you hear me?
Yes, my dear.
I just want to speak to
Want
you.
to speak to you.
Maybe I can mute your
Maybe I
mic
can
a
mute
little
your
bit.
mic a little bit.
Oh, I'll mute. I'll mute.
Yeah, so I just want to talk to you because it's been a long time, and whenever I want to talk to you, I'm so afraid, and I want to I want to expose that there's a fear here that I afraid, like I recently there's a fear that I'm afraid to be alone, you know, like I just want to go outside and just speak to somebody and just to make some friend like that. And also I want to expose about the sense of control, Father, like yesterday I want to talk about the hangout a little bit. Like yesterday I want to prepare something for the hangout, you know, so I there are a lot of pictures. I want to set a slideshow very nice, and today when I set up, I just somehow it's destroy everything. And in that moment it seemed like this awareness, like I just feel so afraid and so angry, and it seems like I lose the sense of awareness, and I lose my control and everything like that. And like and also sometimes like uh, mm, like I have a plan that like tonight I will go and watch some satsang, and then I do something else, you know, like nothing is my control. It's just all happening somehow. And yeah, I just want to expose like that.
This way continues. This way it continues. Even when you discover that all of this is your dream, doesn't mean that there is some advantage which is available to you now in the dream. Like yesterday also we said we will play the opposites game, and we started playing the game and the hangout just crashed, everything just went away. You see? So no plan, don't worry. Even whether there is freedom or no freedom, all of that doesn't mean that there is something which will now only work. Many times we also have this feeling because I'm doing something for a good cause, it should all go well. It doesn't happen like that also. You see, God does not comply with any of these rules. Like Krishna, he is having fun with everything. You see, so just as we go along, every moment to moment, and we are just watching and saying, "Oh, now this happened. I worked so hard for the hangout, and I felt I'll have a slideshow, and it just doesn't allow me to connect to the hangout at all." And you just have to watch that and say, "Wow, look at this play. How does it move?" And even when the frustration comes, the anger comes, the fear comes, even this is watched, isn't it? This is watched. But you will see that nothing is happening to awareness. You say, I lost the awareness. It is not possible. Even when you report, I lost the awareness, who's aware that I lost the awareness?
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
seemed
but
like
it seemed like
some something want to cultivate the awareness, because like every day when I come to satsang, you know, in the morning I feel very sleepy, and I know it's not real, because suppose that I play a video games, or if I watch a movie, I can, you know, I can stay the whole night just watching the movie or playing a video games. But when I come to satsang, I feel so sleepy, and it seems like something here needs an effort or a determination to just cultivate the awareness. And like today in the hangout, I want to I, I I want to kind of stay in the hangout, like before it I want to set up everything clearly, you know, but sometimes I just go to the toilet for 10 minutes, and when I come back, and it just sometimes it just ruin everything. And yeah, so just something here feel that it needs some determination to kind of to control this body. Somehow it feel like that to me. And also so it leads to the thought that like I need to come to Bangalore. Not I need to. They just that I want to come to Bangalore to stay with you for like for 6 months to like clear the whole things out, you know. And I know it's not possible because I don't have the money, and so so it seems like inside me there's a feeling that something is just I'm just not satisfied with myself. Like it needs to be something more, you know, more than this state of being right now. And I know that it's not true also, but I just want to expose to you, and I just want to be clear about it.
The only determination you need to have is to show up to satsang. And sometimes it can happen that even through all the determination, even this doesn't happen. But if there is something called determination, use all the determination to just show up in satsang. And although it might seem like I'm using my determination to get here, you will one day say that it was grace that brought me to satsang. I know that to the mind it is confusing because I'm saying be determined to come to satsang, but actually you will discover that this coming to satsang was only happening through grace. Because without this grace, it is not possible for you to be in satsang. There are millions of people that want to be free from all of this. So many people want to be free. Why aren't they able to come to satsang? Because there's a mental resistance. Oh, I don't accept him as a true guru. I don't like this Advaita stuff. I don't like it when they say that the world is an illusion. I don't. All of this is just mental resistance. You see? So it is the rare one who is able to actually show up in satsang. I know I rarely talk like this because I want to make it as regular as possible. But the fact is, sometimes it needs to be said that satsang is such a great blessing. You see? So have all the determination to just show up in satsang and then hand it over to the guru. Because if you come to satsang, then there is only one seat in satsang. There are not two reservations for you. Yeah? You cannot come with your ego. It's not a plus one. Yeah? You just show up in satsang and then drop all concepts about the I. Don't say, I want this, I'm not getting clear. Maybe if I'm sitting there, it will be clearer. Still, this is the second one. This is the I. Just come to satsang and just stay. This grace which is bringing you to satsang is also taking care of everything. And it knows exactly how much medicine to give you when. So, although the apparent play of satsang can be happening like this, it can be happening, oh, some are listening very carefully with full alertness, some are just sleeping off, some are just smiling, some are crying. You see, it can happen like, so why does this one come and do like this? But actually, it is still grace which is playing. So don't worry, if sleep is coming during satsang, even that is okay. Even that is okay. And if it needs to be shaken out of you, then it will be shaken out of you. Because actually, the presence of satsang is actually way beyond anything that the mind can understand. You cannot even call it a miracle actually. It's even much beyond that. So what happens here is completely the Guru's blessing, the Guru's grace. You just say, I want to be in satsang, and you come to satsang. Then you leave the rest to me. See? Because this is how it happened here also. I showed up in satsang and I had so many ideas, so much cleverness, so many things I had read. I could speak so much Advaita, so much I could speak Advaita. I showed up there on the hot seat and everything was just nothing. It was just so meaningless. What I knew, what I wanted. How did this happen? It was just Guru's grace. I could do nothing to drop my knowledge. I know we can keep saying in satsang every day, just forget about it. Drop your knowledge, don't know anything, just come. But even that is the Guru's grace only which did it. This is the easy way. This is the easy way. As Bhagwan said, once you get on the train, then every minute you're not asking the driver, are we getting there? Are we going to the right place? You trust the driver and you know. So the seeming journey part of satsang is just the development of this trust. Once you trust me, then it's all fine. No sleep came, your fault. Yeah. Yeah. Everything was so clear, you did this. And in this devotion, in this feeling that everything is happening through the grace of the Guru, you will find that very soon you are not able to find the me. Who was this me that had all these stories and what's happening to me? Am I getting there yet? What do I need? We never know anything about what we need. I need to do this or I need to do that. We don't know anything. And yet grace knows everything. You see, all of us are coming to this conclusion that I never knew anything at all. And grace is the all-knowing. The Sadguru is the all-knowing. But I make it a point to say that because it can be very easy to say even the coming to satsang or not, His grace is doing. Yes, yes. But as long as there's this sense that there is one that can do something, all it has to do is come to satsang. Because I know the mind will very quickly take that on and say, yeah, grace has to bring me to satsang and use that as an Advaita excuse. The words are completely true. So, like Bhagwan said, as long as there is a sense of inquirer, do the inquiry. As long as there is a sense I can do something, come to satsang. It is enough. You look quite wide awake right now.
Father, sorry, you could say something.
I said you look quite awake right now, not sleepy.
Yeah, but actually I was sleeping, and then you call me, Ram, you want to say something, because when I sleep I just turn off my camera, and then I go to sleep, and oh my god. Yeah, also I noticed that there is many sometimes there's a sense to do the inquiry, and then there's a thought come that there's only grace anyway, so I just go and watch a movie because there's only oneness. So what is the point to do the inquiry? And I can notice it, there's many times it's like that, like some sense of doing the inquiry, and then I come to YouTube to watch some short videos, and I keep watching it for like 4 hours or something, and they're so tired, and then there is a sense of guilty, and like feel sorry for myself or something like that. Yeah, and
Don't worry about any of this. You know why everyone calls me father? I also often wonder about that. Because, like children, I'm spoon feeding everything to you. Yeah? I'm feeding everything. You don't have to worry about anything else. Just keep coming to satsang. It'll all get sorted out. Because I know the mind will make something out of it. It'll make you guilty. Why did I do this? I wasted so many hours watching some YouTube video or something. I should have done the inquiry. Imagine how free I would have been if I'd done 4 hours of inquiry instead of watching video or something. Don't worry, don't worry. Just keep showing up for satsang. All this will get taken care of. All that we're doing together is the inquiry, actually. From all the questions, I'm always pointing you back to who you are. It's good.
yeah, and also
And also,
yeah, so for me it's like that, and I just want to say thank you, Father, because like for being always with me, and yeah, I just want to say thank you because like you come into my life and you clear so many things for me, and so I just want to say thank you for that, and just want to say thank you for that, Father.
thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. It's very beautiful every time I watch you and the other young ones who come. It's very beautiful. You see, because I know that the age of the body is not doesn't actually mean much. And yet, when I look back at the adventures that happened through this body, and I look back and say, at 20 years old, what was flowing through this was nowhere where you are. And look at Jane over there, yeah? Just 16, 17. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Then there were some more questions. Petra says, Father, what is the difference between you and me? I have a beard, it's graying a little bit. Is I am the same for everybody. I am the same for everybody. I only know that I am. And everything is appearing within this I am. Everything is experienced by this I am. Everything is emerging from this I am. So it is not. See, this is one popular image that many of us seem to carry about, which is that there are 7 billion I ams in this world. You see, there are like these bodies, and then inside these bodies, there's this I am, and the rest of the world, poor thing, is not I am. The rest of the world is just useless or something. But it's not like this. The I am emerges, and then the world emerges within that, including this body, including this instrument of this body, including everything. There's only this I am. It's all about you. I'm just an appearance for you. There's only one I am, one being. That's why we are not the Sangha of beings, the Sangha of being, which is the entire world. We must look at this because it can feel like, okay, I am is here, therefore I am must be there also. No, but it is just this one I am, which is prior to all of this time and space. Time and space come within this I am. And I'm not speaking just some words. It is seen like this, isn't it? First I am, then the world appears. There is never a world without I am. When there is no I am, there is no world. And the light of I am, it can be this world, it can be any other world. Unlimited potential of projection. You see, that's why the dream analogy is very useful. So in the dream, there is also a dream body. So is it one I am, which is this dream body, or is everyone in the dream having a separate I am?
So, Father, I hear an echo.
Sorry, I'll mute.
Then I am also only an appearance for myself.
Yes, so if you see this, that I am is the primal appearance, is that which comes first, is the immaculate conception, the primal phenomena. All other phenomena come from this I am. The I am itself comes from this I, which is non-phenomenal. Then you see that if everything comes from within this primal I amness, this Om vibration, then there is no question of another at all, isn't it? Then there is no question of any other being having I am or something like that.
And I always get confused. I am also goes.
That's the question. I am also goes. Yes, every night. What is the difference between sleep state and waking state?
I am.
Exactly. So you don't sound confused at all to me.
Just pretending.
Yes. Actually, anything that we can say after I am, we should say I am pretending. Anything. Try it. I am pretending to want freedom. I am pretending to be Petra. I am pretending to whatever you say. I am just pretending. Because I am is only I am. Being is just being. But it has the power to pretend. You see, it's very beautiful. There's I, it doesn't come and go. It's I. The amness comes and goes. The beingness comes and goes. You see? And after that, I am whatever is I am pretending or playing as. Oh, I am playing as Petra, I am playing as seeker, I am playing as daughter. All of this identity is just playing as. And through all of this play, the I remains. And in the waking state and the dream state, the am remains. The playing or the not playing is up to I am. I don't know if it makes any sense. Makes some sense, no?
Yeah. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, my dear.
I just want to give you a hug.
Yes, always, my dear. Big hug. Then Atma said, so I just appear as I am, but I and even this I am has never been the part of anything, never been associated to anything, yes. Always been just only present, yes. Not belonging to anything or anyone. This is freedom, in knowing this. I do experience world, but always as unassociated being. Clear finally, clear in seeing, I mean, thank you, Father. Hey, yes, very well captured. I just appear as the I am, but I, and even this I am, has never been a part of anything, never been associated to anything, always been just only present, not belonging to anything or anyone. This is freedom. In knowing this, I do experience the world, but always as unassociated being.
Father,
Father. Yes, my dear.
no, just want to say thank you because just came. It's not that I have not seen that before, and I'm living. Living this every day, but it's really nice when sometimes like this, in this moment, when it comes again and again so clear. It's just like I know it, but from time to time, I also am going merging deeply. It's like merging and melting again and again, and like becoming more clear. Even it is clear, but it's like it's I can't explain. Therefore, it's this being is still coming in satsang because it's just deepening and melting and because life is every day, every morning a new life. So every morning or afternoon, new satsang and new recognition of this. So I'm very grateful to be able to be here in your presence, in my presence, in Sangha presence. Just wanted to say that. Thank you.
What you will find is that unassociated being finds great joy in the reminder that I am unassociated being. It is only the mind which comes and resists and say, but I already know I'm an associated being. Why do I have to come and hear it every day? You see? So like this, sometimes some can get caught in this feeling that, yes, it's the same, I already know it, I am now. But you said very beautifully that I know this. It's clear. And yet there is joy in this.
Can
We
I
have a
come?
sign. Can I come? You want to come? You can come, my dear.
There's a,
You can come.
um, uh, um, there was just an urge to come up, and I just wrote it, and there was hesitation to press the button, and I there's a lot of fear energy was during that waiting time arising here, and and a lot of things came up, and I don't know what I'm talking here, but I just had to do this somehow. I don't know, and what was before I wrote it was that I saw this. I just saw this arrogant one, and it was so amazing to see this. It was, and yeah, it was just so amazing to see it from here, to really see it, and yes, and after I wrote, I want to come up, all this stuff came up, and I really enjoyed the discussion about attachment today. I was so wow, yes, there was and there is this attachment to this arrogant one. I could feel this attachment to this arrogant one, and I don't know. I just wanted to say this, and there's such a sweetness in surrendering everything. There's this sweetness, and it's just growing and growing and growing. It's so beautiful, and just thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. You know, actually, sometimes we can say that this is so arrogant, this is not so arrogant, this is so arrogant. Actually, there's only one level of arrogance. Just that I am separate, that I exist separate from God. That is the only arrogance. So whenever we say person, we can also say arrogant one. Imagined arrogant one. The non-existent arrogant one. It is never real. So that is the only arrogance. It is only pretense. That is the only false. And ultimately, it is seen that even this is all part of the same divine play. Nothing was outside divine will, including the belief in this one and the withdrawal of belief in this one. Then all the seriousness around this whole spiritual path journey is taken away and becomes a very playful, joyful experience. And we spot like this, oh, this one came up again, and this is what it was saying. The mind was saying like this, like this. And you'll even joke about, oh, belief also went to it. Because you know it's nothing serious. Nothing serious happened. Just like a child in a playground. You know that nothing will go wrong.
Can I say something more?
Of course.
I just saw that it is truly this energy of fear that doesn't want to get felt here in a way, and it's so beautiful that everything comes up. And another thing what was seen here is I really I just recognized I'm really almost the whole life here. I was very much time I spent on hiding, just hiding everything, and this is this person not hiding everything, and it's a very strong condition here, and not that is it just want to be said, it's nothing really, but it's somehow again and again in a way important to just say it here. I don't know, and I just trust this, I don't want to give belief to it, or it's just this energy that wants to come out like this and say these words. And yes, and that's about all. Thank you. Thank you.
I also feel it's been a very beautiful contemplation. And you find that openness is just open to everything arising, everything which is arising seemingly outward objects, and everything arising these seemingly inward objects. Just open to all that is arising, for it to come and it to go. Fear can come, fear can go. And so many times it's happened, isn't it? Fear has come, and fear is gone. It's come, and it's gone. And yet, sometimes we give belief to this feeling that, oh, it should never come. And yet it comes, and it goes. So what has to go is only the belief that it should not come. Long time. Yeah? Really weird what you want to say?
No, I said we. I said, can I sing songs? But really, I mean we.
We.
Sorry, on like everyone.
Actually, I'm no trouble with the accent now. It's only the volume.
I wanted to sing a song, a Christian song, because it's like Krishna's birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
And actually, I have no idea like what the actual Krishna celebrations are. But like whenever I say that it's Krishna's birthday, like I feel like celebrating just like the birth of Krishna in our hearts. So I don't know if really that's what people do in India. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Govinda, Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Govinda, Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopala, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam.
Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Radhe, 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 Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Gopal, Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam. Govinda, Gopal. Radhe, Radhe, Shyam.
Yes. Krishna Kanhaiya, Krishna Kanhaiya, Krishna Kanhaiya, Krishna Kanhaiya, पार करो मेरे
जीवन पार करो मेरे जीवन तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन कृष्ण कन्हैया कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन पार करो मेरे जीवन कृष्ण कन्हैया कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन तुम हो मेरे माँ बाप भैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया हृदय निवासी कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन पार करो मेरे जीवन कृष्ण कन्हैया कृष्ण कन्हैया पार करो मेरे जीवन पार करो मेरे जीवन स्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम सुस्वागतम शरणागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम सुस्वागतम शरणागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्ण सुस्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम कृष्ण सुस्वागतम कृष्ण स्वागतम सुस्वागतम शरणागतम कृष्ण
Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Suswagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Suswagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Suswagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Suswagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Suswagatam Sharanagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Suswagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Swagatam Krishna Welcome Krishna is the funniest bhajan. Why? Because who's there to welcome Krishna? After Krishna comes, only Krishna is. So Krishna is only welcoming Krishna.
I would just like to say the same I felt while singing what you said. Who is welcoming Krishna? At the same what you said. It's so beautiful.
Yes, 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 yes. So first Suchitra will sing and then Sangeeta will also sing.
ಕಂಡುನಿ ಎನ್ನ ಕೈ ಬಿಡುವದೆ ಕಂಡು ಕಂಡು ನೀಯನ್ನ ಕೈ ಬಿಡುವದೆ ಪುಂಡರೀಕಾಕ್ಷ ಪುರುಷೋತ್ತಮ ಕಂಡು ಕಂಡು ನೀಯನ್ನ ಬಂಧುಗಳು ಎನಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬದುಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖವಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಂದೆಯಲಿ ನೊಂದೆನೈ ನೀರಜಾಕ್ಷ ನಿಂದೆಯಲಿ ನೊಂದೆನೈ ನೀರಜಾಕ್ಷ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯು ನೀನೇ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗವು ನೀನೇ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯು ನೀನೇ ಬಂಧು ಬಳಗವು ನೀನೇ ಎಂದೆಂದಿಗೂ ನಿನ್ನ ನಂಬಿದೆನು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕಂಡು ಕಂಡು ನೀಯನ್ನ ಕೈ ಬಿಡುವದೆ ಕ್ಷಣವೊಂದು ಯುಗವಾಗಿ ತೃಣಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡೆಯಾಗಿ ಎಣಿಸಲಾರದ ಭವದಿ ನೊಂದೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಷಣವೊಂದು ಯುಗವಾಗಿ ತೃಣಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡೆಯಾಗಿ ಎಣಿಸಲಾರದ ಭವದಿ ನೊಂದೆ ನಾನು forgotten that verse. The last one is ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ ಎಂಬೋ ಬಿರುದು ಪೊತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಭಕ್ತರಾಧೀನನಾಗಿರಬೇಡವೇ ಭಕ್ತವತ್ಸಲ ಎಂಬೋ ಬಿರುದು ಪೊತ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಭಕ್ತರಾಧೀನನಾಗಿರಬೇಡವೇ ಮುಕ್ತಿದಾಯಕ ನೀನು ಹೊನ್ನೂರ ಪುರವಾಸ ಶಕ್ತ ಗುರು ಪುರಂದರ विठ्ठल श्री कृष्णा शक्त गुरु पुरंदरा विठ्ठल श्री कृष्णा ಕಂಡು ಕಂಡು ನೀಯನ್ನ ಕೈ ಬಿಡುವರೆ ಪುಂಡರೀಕಾಕ್ಷ ಪುರುಷೋತ್ತಮ ಕಂಡು ಕಂಡು ನೀಯನ್ನ
Thank you also very much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mujiji ki jai.
Shri Ananta Ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Your own presence, your own being is Krishna consciousness, is Christ consciousness. It's the same. So as we celebrate the birth of Krishna, allow the celebration of your own presence. Taste your own being. So much love to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Atma, for moderating last minute notice. Thank you. Thank you, my love. You can turn the broadcast off now.